Great stuff. So our first left centre during the second round is Sakkari. Short break in between matches here at Rothesay at Nottingham. Won't be long, but do take yourselves some time to get out of the sun and get to walk abroad. Do look after yourselves today. It's hot with everything. And it feels pretty hot around. So we're getting close to being ready. Welcome our next players already out here on the centre court. I can already see our ball kids out here getting ready. Give them a big round of applause, please. And welcome out our LTA match officials as well. Well, give them a big hand, they deserve it. They work out the area sometimes. I'm really looking forward to this next one because it is our top seed. So here we go then, I can see them in the players' tunnel. It's time to introduce very shortly. Just give us a moment. Well, our camera crew to get ready. Now we can introduce our players to the second match here on centre. First of all, please welcome from China, Wang. Next from Greece, our top seed this week is Sakkari.
So the number one seed, 3 times Nottingham quarter-finals, Sakkari, making her way onto a sun-drenched centre court. Wang, her opponent here in this second match of the day, the Rothesay Open from Nottingham. Mark Bailey with you. Thank you as ever for your company. And the top seed is in town. But this is not an easy match for Sakkari. Wang has found some form. Plus, to add another dimension to this match, has beaten Sakkari in their only previous meeting. That was at last year's US Open. So that'll give Wang some hope, but I'm sure as well will fuel the Sakkari fire as she looks for revenge. If you are just joining us, Donna Vekic, the number 4 seed, a few moments ago, beating Christina Buxa here on centre court, 3 sets. So Vekic safely into the last 16. Can the number 1 seed follow suit? Thomas Sweeney, our umpire for this second match.
We've got 1 clock will be there on the underneath the take lawyer sign. Same on this side. The other clock will be there. Number 1 for the towel. Number 2 for the towel. There's no electronic line calling on this court. Other than that, any questions?
No challenge.
No challenge. No. Any questions? No. Heads or tails? Heads or tails? Coach, they can say the small words in between the points. Yeah. So would you like heads or tails? We've got a friend joining us now, apparently. Tails, we'll go tails. And let's take a photo after the coin toss as well.
I can see bounce there, taking part.
It is heads.
Toss second.
Serve.
Stay.
Stay, and a photo just here, thank you.
Okay, quick photo with our tennis balls.
Everyone looking here, please. Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
One more time then for bounce and ace.
The LTA mascots Getting in on the photo call there between Maria Sakkari and Ji Wang, this first round match here on centre court. Another very, very warm day. And as you can see, at the very top of the draw this match takes place. The winner will face either Katie Swan or Elise Cornet in the second round. So the number 1 seed, Maria Sakkari, 27 years of age from Greece, inside the world's top 10. Number 8 has been as high as 3. Has the one title to her name back in 2019 in Rabat, beating Johanna Konta in the final. Surprisingly, hasn't increased her tally yet, but she's so very consistent. 7 semi-final appearances in 2021, including the French Open, US Open, and the end-of-season finals. Also reached the final of Strava. Last season, fine form didn't let up. 4 more finals, the biggest of which at Indian Wells. Also Guadalajara on top of that. Also reached a couple of quarterfinals, one in Rome and the other here in Nottingham. Had more semi-finals last season, Berlin and also Fort Worth. And the semi-final theme has continued this season for Sakkari. 4 more she's reached in Linz, Doha, Indian Wells, and most recently Madrid. And her record here is also very consistent. This is visit number 4, and all 3 previous visits saw her reach the quarter-finals. And her opponent here this afternoon on centre court, Ji Wang, 22 years of age from China, left-hander. Has been inside the world's top 50. Now currently sitting just outside at 75. Been an interesting past 12 months or so for Ji Wang. Last season started slowly for her. Just 1 main draw appearance in the first 3 months, but things sprung into life last April when she reached a hat-trick of ITF finals, and that seemed to kickstart Ji Wang. Reached her first quarter-final of the season at Hungary, then the semi-finals at Washington. Solid showings at Granbury when she reached the quarter-finals, 3rd round of the US Open, semi-finals at Cluj-Napoca. But again, we find ourselves full circle. It's been another slow start for Ji Wang this year. Just the 5 wins in her first 9 tournaments, but she did reach the 4th round in Rome last month. Both players actually had first round exits at Roland Garros. Ji Wang lost to Caroline Garcia and Maria Sakkari to Karolina Mukova. First time they've met on the Logic WTA Tour, but they met at the US Open last year. Ji Wang winning that one in 3 sets. Thomas Sweeney, a familiar face on the Logic WTA Tour, our umpire for this second match of the day. And it is a very warm one, but the clouds have gathered in, which is a blessing for players and spectators, I'm sure. 27 degrees. There are some thunderstorms around, most of them at the moment to the south and the west of us. Hopefully they will stay there and not make any inroads to Nottingham. And confirmation, Sakkari winning the toss and, not surprisingly, electing to serve. And it's a match that you feel will be a lot closer than the ranking suggests. 67 places between them, and there you see the Sakkari camp. Mark Philippoussis on the right-hand side, Tom Hill on the left. But yes, it's a tough one, this, for Sakkari, a match that neither player would have liked. Sakkari knows it's going to be tough against a player that beat her less than a year ago. And Ji Wang, who isn't as accomplished on the grass as Sakkari, will be feeling, I'm up against a player who's going to be extra motivated this afternoon. It should be a fabulous match, this. The number 1 seed, Maria Sakkari, up against Ji Wang. And just to remind you, Elise Cornet or Katie Swan waits in the round of 16. Both players certainly can pack a punch with the forehand, that's for sure. That will be evident very early on, you feel? So, glorious conditions here in Nottingham. The #1 seed on centre court, taking on Wang. And it will be Sakkari to get us off and underway. Rather like Donna Vekic in our first match. Really important for Maria Sakkari to click into gear on serve, and once she does, everything seems to follow suit. But unlike Vekic, this is a shaky start from Sakkari on serve. Nicely into the body there, though, from the top seed. 11 semi-finals she's had since the start of last season. 4 this season. And that's a lovely touch. Again, a really good serve into the body of Wang.
Game start.
Sealed with a first ace, so a bit of a mixed bag for Sakkari there.
First game.
1 ace, 1 double fault, but most importantly, from her point of view, safely gets the first service game on the board. Now elsewhere, Tatiana Maria beating Shuai Zhang earlier on. Number 6 seed knocked out.
Can I get one more time?
Yeah, absolutely, just here.
Thanks.
And over on court number 1,
You're welcome.
Sonny Cartel, British player against Magdalena Freck. Freck leading a set and 5-4. Tight one there. Early stages of this match. Sakkari holding serve. Let's see if Wang can follow suit.
Love 50. Let person. Love 30.
He's made a good start here, Sakkari, on the Wang serve. Not giving the Chinese player any breathing space, attacking the serve and putting him under maximum pressure.
15,
Nothing no Sakkari can do about that. Wang's first ace. Back-to-back aces. Good recovery. And there's Nigel Sears, left-hand side. Shi Wang's coach. Well, both players
30-40.
have had very interesting service games, haven't they? Sakkari with one ace and one double fault. And a holder serve, and Shi Wang, couple of aces and a double fault. And now, Sakkari has a break point. Oof.
Yes.
What a strike. Wonderful defensive work there from Sakkari.
Advantage, Sakkari.
Forcing the mistake in the end from Shi Wang. Another break point for the top seed. Again, the backhand from Shi Wang gets her out of trouble. It's certainly been hard going, this service game. But fair play to Wang. She's hanging in there. And now, a chance to hold.
Advantage 1. Game 1.
which she does. 3 aces and one double
game
fault in that service game alone from Wang. But the only stat that matters is that one there. 1 game all, both players on the board.
Left.
And it is a fascinating subplot to this match, the fact that Wang has beaten Sakkari in their one and only meeting at last year's US Open. If it wasn't for that, Sakkari would be head and shoulders the favourite in this match, but that just adds an interesting spin to the match. That and the fact that Wang's only top 10 win, or top 10 scalp, is Maria Sakkari in that match. Both players will be using that match for motivation. Wang, it'll give her belief that she can do it again, and as for Sakkari, well, it'll just give her extra motivation to get this win on the board. That's gone long. Not the most convincing start from both players on serve. It's been a little shaky. Oh, that is an absolute beauty. Down the line from Sakkari on that forehand.
40-30.
Trademarked Sakkari shot there.
Game.
So,
Sakkari.
both players coming through on serve, albeit
2 games to 1.
not particularly convincingly. They head to this first sit down with Sakkari leading 2-1. 1-2 then. Wang to serve. Really does have an excellent serve as well. Ji Yuan,
15 left.
forehand to follow. Equally impressive. A trend that Wang would dearly love to reverse this season, though, is the fact that she's started a lot of her matches very slowly, lost 13 first sets in the 19 matches she's played. Also lost the first set when she beat Sakkari back at the US Open last year.
30-15.
So would like to have a faster start, I'm sure, particularly up against someone of Sakkari's caliber.
(40-15).
Seven wins, 7 losses on the grass. Ji Yuan. 23 wins, 16 losses for Sakkari.
Game 1.
Well, the aces are coming thick and fast for Wang. That's number 4. Better service game from her. Quickly levelling up at 2 games all. Now, over on court number 1, Sunny Cartel, the qualifier from Great Britain's taken the second set against Magdalena Frey. So 1 set all there, into a decider.
Let first. $15 left.
Oh dear, that's a wild one.
15.
Pensive looks from coach's corner.
$30-15.
Well, both players
40-15.
seem to have settled down now on serve. Really shaky start in the first 3 games, but much better from Ji Yuan in her last service game, and likewise from Sakkari in this service game.
Let first. Thank you. Yep. Game's
So
up.
Sakkari, just the 1 point drop there. Comfortable as she edges ahead 3-2.
Sakkari leads by
In this
3
first
games
set.
to 2. Tie.
On serve then, 2-3.
Love.
It's another brilliant forehand. Really lined that one up nicely. Did one.
30 love.
Looked to win it. Only left a racket.
Forty love.
Nigel Sears, very experienced coach, been with Ji Wang a while now. That is a sumptuous return from Sakkari.
40-15.
Read it well. And it was past Wang before she could even react. Yeah, a little passive there from Wang. Allowed Sakkari to take control.
Deuce.
Well, Wang has definitely kept the statisticians busy this afternoon. 4 aces, 2 double faults now. Not even halfway through the first set. Big forehand goes wide, and Sakkari
Advantage, Sakkari.
has a chance.
Game,
Oh
Sakkari.
dear, it's been a bit of a scratchy start from Wang. Third
Sakkari
double
leads
fault
by 4 games to 2.
gifts the game to Sakkari, who now has a bit of daylight in this first set. Just enough height on that from Wang.
Love 50.
Not renowned for a drop shot is Sakkari.
$15 on. $30-15.
Brutal return of serve from Wang there, and an equally ferocious backhand
30
to
on.
win the point. Oh, I tell you what, Sakkari didn't need to play that, but it didn't matter in the end. Eventually won the point.
40-30.
This shot from Wang was drifting out. Sakkari not to know that. So a point then for 5-2. And it's long.
Sakkari.
So Sakkari
New balls,
relieved
please.
there. Wasn't another convincing drop shot, but in the end it mattered not.
Sakkari leads by
Sakkari
5 games
looking
to 2.
comfortable at 5-2.
Is it free to walk?
It's on, so because it's working bad. Hold it there. Not my name, yes, we have the two. No, we have the 2 tail sequence.
So work to do then for 1, 2, 5 new balls. Hasn't quite settled on serve. It's looked good in stages, but has also looked a little erratic at other times as well. And there, a prime example.
15 on.
Hasn't quite settled into a rhythm. It's a very stop-start for Yuan. Really, Wang's stats tell you all you need to know at the moment. 5 aces, 4 double faults. It's been very up and down. Sakkari just 1 ace, 1 double fault, a lot more solid. Not easy getting down to that one.
15-4.
This first set now drifting away. Sakkari a couple of set points. So the first set that both players started shakily.
6 games to 2.
But Sakkari settled down. Yuan still looking to settle down. Sakkari takes it 6 games to 2. 35 minutes on the clock.
Deuce. Deuce. 30 off. First set, Sakkari. 6 games.
So Maria Sakkari just awaiting the return of Ji Wang. Good first set for Sakkari. 6 games to 2. Both players a little shaky to start with, but Sakkari settled down very well. Elsewhere, Donna Vekic won here on this court earlier on. Kristina Buxa was her opponent. Vekic also started well, took that set 6-2 herself. Buxa came back, took the second set 6-4. Vekic really struggled on serve in set 2, and then the number 4 seed found her range again, took the final set 6-1. Only other result today, Tatiana Maria beating the number 6 seed Shui Zhang over on court 1, 6-1, 6-4. Another match on court 1 right now. Sunny Cartel of Great Britain against Magdalena Freck into a final set. Freck in charge though, leading 4 games to 1.
Tie.
And plenty of work for
Second set.
Ji Wang to do in set 2.
Sakkari to serve.
It'll be Sakkari though to get this second set underway.
Out 15 love.
It's been very hit and miss from Wang this afternoon. Forehand has been brilliant, but equally baffling.
30 love.
Just needs a spark. Does what? Something just to kick her into life and find a bit of rhythm. Try and unsettle Sakkari along the way.
Let person.
Another good return of serve from Wang.
30 all.
Gets herself to 30 all. Yet to have a break point to look at on the Sakkari serve. Until now, that is. So, big moment this for Wang.
34.
This might be just what she needs. Opportunity to strike first in the second set here for Wang. That's gone long.
Wow.
Well, Sakkari, the one to just lose a bit of focus there.
First game, second set.
So, just the start that Shi Wang would have hoped for. Sakkari not convinced this went long, but it did. As we look back on set number one, Sakkari just that more solid, especially on the second serve, and 4 double faults for Ji Wang. No great points to look at, but she's had one in set two, at the start of set two, and taken it. So, could the tide be turning here?
$15 left. Lead for set.
Another really good serve into the Sakkari body.
40 love.
Well, Sakkari was 30 love up at the start of set 2, but hasn't won a point since.
$40-15.
Well, still not
40-30.
fully settled as she won. Nigel Sears knows that. On the left there. Got herself into a good position. Breaking Sakkari first up. Was 40 love up. But in the end,
Game
had
one.
enough credit in the bank to get over the line. Extends her lead to 2 love.
Wang leads by 2 games to love.
Beautiful afternoon. Just a bit of fair weather cloud bubbling up, not much more. The talk of storms is just that at the moment.
Love 50.
Well, real danger here. Sakkari losing her way. Shaky start to the first set, but Sakkari settled down in the end. But is now distinctly unsettled. Love 2 down.
$15 all. $30-15.
Just needs to stay patient. Sakkari knows that Wang is not exactly serving consistently well herself, so chances will come along. Just needs to be in a position to take them.
Let second serve. $40-15.
The longer the rallies go on, the more you back Sakkari to win the point. A little wild from Wang at times. Oh,
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
delightful. Got down well to dig that backhand out. Much needed hold of serve for Sakkari.
One leads by 2 games
But
to
it's
1.
Wang with the advantage early on in set 2. That breaker serve and a 2-1 lead.
Time.
Wang then breaker serve, leading 2-1 second set. But it's a breaker serve you feel will not be easy to defend.
Love 15.
And it's whether Sakkari can carve open these opportunities and most importantly take them. Get herself back into this second set. Started this service game well though, Sakkari.
Love 30.
Good length on both returns of serve, and Wang is stranded on the baseline.
Fifteen 30.
Once she comes forward and into that forehand, very little stopping Wang.
30 all.
Sakkari now has indeed carved open an opportunity.
30-40.
Chance to get herself back on level terms. But again, another brilliant serve from Wang.
Use.
Into Sakkari's body, and more self-defense than a return to serve there for the #1 seed. That's
Advantage.
loose from Wang.
Sakkari.
It's been the story of her match, really. able to put together a meaningful run of points or games. One, it's been a bit up and down.
Use.
Well, it's
Advantage, Sakkari.
Sakkari that's winning the juice points, but Wang is finding the big first serve to deny Sakkari this breaker serve. Sakkari breaks with a trademark forehand down the line. Recovers from 2-love to level up
2 games.
at 2 games all. A dip for Sakkari at the start of set 2, but normal service seems to have been resumed.
30 love.
On the right. On the right. Again. On the right.
So a couple of chances here for Sakkari then to make it 3 in a row. Head back to a chair in front and put some pressure on Wang in this next service game. It is 3 games in a row then for Maria Sakkari. Excellent recovery after a slow start to set 2 for the number 1 seed. Very interesting service game coming up for Xu Yuan. Sakkari then leading 3-2. Certainly a warm day.
Time.
You can see the haze. 27, 28 degrees this afternoon in the Midlands. And a big service game, as I was saying now, for Wang. He's got to try and stop this run that Sakkari is on.
Left. Left.
Second serve ace, sixth of the match for Wang. Dear. He did everything right there, just couldn't pull the trigger with the forehand. And again, Sakkari making sure she's getting into these points and
30 on.
Waiting for the mistakes to come from Wang. This service game, a micro example really of the match as a whole for Wang. A couple of excellent points followed by a couple of erratic ones. Just hasn't got any sustained rhythm going. It's been very bitty.
40-30.
There you go. Ace number 7. It's doing enough at the moment just to keep in contention.
Out. Game 1.
So Wang hold serve. Important there that she did. Just stop the
3 games.
Run of 3 games that Sakkari was building up. And levels up. 3 games all in this second set. Elsewhere, wins today for Tatiana Maria over Shuai Zhang. Donna Vekic beating Christina Buxa on this court. Magdalena Freck beating Sunny Cartel in 3 sets over in court 1. And over on court number 2, just to fully update you, Alicia Parks and the number 8 seed Zhu Lin locked at 5 games all in their first set. We are locked at 3 games all in our second set, and neither of these two get a little run going. Yeah, that's loose from Sakkari. And again, from Sakkari.
15-30.
That hasn't happened too often this afternoon.
All.
It's a lovely strike from Sakkari there. A couple of disappointing points, but levels up. And the serve out wide.
40-30.
Both players profiting from the serve out wide. Both have played it well.
Game Sakkari.
And sealed with an ace. Just the second for Sakkari, but enough to get it back in front.
Sakkari leads
4-3.
by 4-3. Time.
On serve in the second set. A couple of breaks of serve also along the way. But Wang playing catch up, and that brings pressure as the set goes on. 3-4 then.
Love.
Right on the line. Yes, indeed, at this late stage of a set, any slip up from Wang could be fatal.
Love.
But no sign of that yet The aces are free-flowing. Really wound up the forehand there, did Sakkari. Thought this might go cross-court, but down the line, into the corner. Has served really well into the body. Wang. Well caught in the crowd. Don't throw it back yet though, please.
Game 1. New ball.
So Wang holding serve fairly comfortably in the end.
4 games off.
Pressure now on Sakkari's shoulders.
Left.
Really good return of serve there from Wang.
15 on.
And Sakkari scampering. And from there on in, Wang was in charge.
T15. T15.
Third ace for Sakkari. Holding a nerve well in this all-important 9th game. And calmly put away at the net. So Sakkari again edges in front at the change of ends.
Sakkari leads by 5 games
and
to
now
4.
Maximum pressure on Wang. Has got to hold to stay in the match. Sakkari 5-4.
Tie.
The second set has swung one way then the other. But now it's ultra pressure here for Xu Yuwang. 4-5. For one moment,
15.
that looked like it was just going to drift over and land on Wang's side. Net cord doing Wang a favour there. Just enough on that from Wang to make Sakkari's life difficult. Well, the double faults for Xu Yuwang look to be under control in set 2. That's her first off the second set, but the tally now at 9. That's the thing about double faults. They unsettle you
30 all.
very quickly. 30 love and looking comfortable. It's now 30 all. Distinctly uncomfortable. And again, Sakkari playing the patient game really well. Waiting for the mistake to come. And Xu Yuwang obliged.
30-40.
And that has brought up the first match point for the number 1 seed. And again, that body serve from Wang, very effective. Oh dear, that's disappointing from Sakkari. And she knows it.
One.
Halfway up the court on that forehand, her eyes would have lit up. Can only send it long. And Wang saves the match point and holds serve. just about doing enough.
5 games all.
He's Wang to keep herself in touch. Both players, you feel, are still playing slightly within themselves. If one of them could go on a run now, find a bit of magic, could be enough to win the set, and in Sakkari's case, win the match, but it still feels really tense. From Sakkari's point of view, admittedly on the match point, not a lot she could do. It's an excellent serve from Wang to save the match point, but it's the point after that on Juice where she sent the forehand along. Should have been another match point, instead of which it was a game point for Wang, which she took. Pressure now on the top seed shoulders. But again, finding the most delicious timing. These just look nice and they feel nice off the racket. Tell you what, not sure that was staying in from Sakkari. Looked long in the backhand, but Wang not to know that, so close to the net. It's all about instinct. That's just sheer power from Wang.
30 all. .40-30.
So Sakkari again hits the front. Wang for the second time. He's got to serve to stay in the match. Sakkari leading 6-5.
First in line for tickets at LTA events and secure your place in the ribbon banners. Search LTA Advantage and join now for free.
Tie.
So for the second time, Shi Wang serving to stay in the match. 5-6. Sakkari getting the all-important first point.
Love 15.
The shorter points generally have gone the way of Shi Wang, but the longer points most certainly have been Sakkari's. Oh no, but that one didn't go Wang's way.
Love 30.
Piling on the pressure here, Sakkari. Has already had one match point, couldn't take it when she led 5-4. But now Sakkari has another three.
Love 40.
Three match points then for the #1 seed.
Oh. 15-40.
Well, these match points are coming and going for Sakkari.
30-40.
Third goes a begging. Could do with taking this one. They know it. Mark Philippoussis and Tom Hill, Sakkari's coaches.
Jeez.
Doesn't take it. Oh dear. Well, I tell you what, if this goes to a tie break, Shi Wang will be heavy favourite. And it may be going that way, you know. Sakkari so close to the finish line.
Advantage 1.
But now, it feels so far. This then, to take us to a tie break.
Game 1.
Shi Wang is just hanging in there. And for that, she deserves so much credit. Look, down and out, 40 love down in that game. And she dug in. Forced the mistakes from Sakkari. Now has a chance, a good chance in this tie break. Normally at this point, you could normally separate the two of them with their previous records, but they've got identical records in tie breaks. 1-4, lost 4. But it's the
1-0.
first mini break for Ji Wang. And Sakkari
1.
looking frustrated. One suspects not with that point, but with the match as a whole. Oh dear, well, yeah, it's all going horribly wrong for Sakkari.
2-0-1.
Seeing 4 match points disappear. It's got to somehow regroup herself. And Ji Wang, by contrast, is going to be elated. Sakkari, though, does have the mini break back.
2-1. 1.
Oh, you can draw parallels, really, with our first match of the day. Donna Vekic and Kristina Buxa. Vekic was the better player. Found herself a set and a break-up, but just couldn't put Buxa to bed and was taken to a third set. And feels the same here, doesn't it, with Sakkari? Will Sakkari suffer a similar fate to Vekic and be taking the distance? Mini break again now for Wang.
Let's first. Three-two.
Much needed ace for Sakkari.
1.
4th of the match. But still a mini break down, the #1 seed. And that mini break stays intact for now as they change ends. Extraordinary second set this has been. Sakkari 5-4, match point couldn't take it. 6-5 up, 40 love up. Didn't take the points. And now finds herself trailing by a mini break in the tie break. It just shows you how important it is to take the chances when they come along. Because if you don't, you have a habit of coming back to bite you on you know where. So, Ji Wang then, 4-2, mini break. So Sakkari has got to make something happen here. Simply has to hold her 2 serves. Anything else, and Ji Wang is guaranteed, at worst, a set point on serve. Finds the serve down the tee. Could do another one of those.
5-3-1.
That's lovely.
5,
Two excellent
4.
serves from Sakkari there.
1.
Now, can she find the mini break back? Ideally would like it now. On this first point, and then really pile on the pressure on the second point. That'll be Sakkari's ideal outcome. Sakkari has the mini break, and the pressure now firmly on Wang's shoulders.
5-all.
Huge point this. Oh, and Sakkari again on a big point. Sends the forehand
6-5.
long.
1.
Well, a let off for Wang. Second serve, didn't have a lot on it. But Sakkari really blew a good chance there. Set point then for Wang to take us to a decider. Oh, that's risky. Goodness me, that's risky. But well played, Maria Sakkari. That took guts.
6-all.
It's done well to recover from 5-2. And this tie breaks Sakkari, but still, it's on a knife edge. It's on her serve, though. Can she bring up match point number 5 by winning this next point? No margin of error anymore for either player. Oh, wow. Well, the first forehand from Sakkari looked like it was going to drift long, but it just about found the baseline. But nothing wrong
7-6.
with this forehand that followed. Match point number 5 for Sakkari. And Sakkari is into the second round.
2 sets to love.
She got there
6-2,
eventually.
7-6.
And she'll be relieved that didn't go to a third set. Both players a little nervy at times. Sakkari settled well in set 1, but looked shaky in set 2. But she came back well in the tie-break. And when the match point came along in that tie-break, she took it. It takes the match 6-2, 7-6. Well, Maria Sakkari will be relieved to get past Ji Yuan because Wang beat her at the US Open, and this was a tricky first match on the grass for both players. But Wang never really settled, never found the fluency to really trouble Sakkari. Sakkari doing enough in the end to get over the line. So, wins today for Donna Vekic and Maria Sakkari, both seeds safely through. And very shortly, we'll hear from the #1 seed. Maria Sakkari.
So, Maria, I think we saw from your reaction at the end there what that meant to you this afternoon.
Of course, you know, always when you play a good, good player in the first round, it's you have to be careful. You have to be, aware of, of the game, of every single point, because it was, my first crash court match of the season. I guess the same for her. I'm very, very happy that, I felt good on the court. I was moving well. I was serving quite good, I have to say. And, overall, it was a very good performance.
And in a way, it helps, doesn't it, when you have to come back from, well, come back's the wrong word, but when you've got a situation where you've had match points and you've got to come back and create more match points for yourself, that's psychologically good for you, isn't it?
Well, it is good at the end when you take the match. If you don't take the match, then it's not good. But when you lose a few match points, then it can get in your head. And luckily, it didn't today. I was just focusing on the next point and what I had to do in order to put myself in another, match point position. And I think it worked. Yeah, I'm very happy.
You're here as top seed. You've had 3 quarterfinals here in the past. You've obviously, this crowd obviously appreciates you. You could sense that, couldn't you?
Yes, I mean, I feel like, I like it here. They like me here. The crowd is, always very supportive. You guys like your tennis, which is very important to us. And I'm just always happy to be back. That's why I'm always looking forward to coming back.
Well, a very warm welcome back, and you had it from this crowd here. If I hand you this, and somewhere around, hopefully here they are, there are some balls for you to sign. And, well, you should have got the hang of it by now in the crowd. We had, I don't know if Maria had the chance to see it, we had 4 clean catches in the crowd earlier on. So they're 100% record so far. So I'm expecting everyone to maintain that record. So your catching had better be good. Do not let us down here. So just to remember, you can get used balls from this competition in the shops for the LTA Foundation, raising money. But this is your opportunity to catch one. Oh, they're getting thrown. Here they go up into the crowd. Oh, blown it. Here we go then. Over into that stand. Taken. Oh, well caught. Oh, that's a good throw. High, hanging, taken. One last one. To the back. Oh, lovely. Right by the steps as well.
3 out of 4.
Wouldn't have seen that if that had gone through your hands. Great
Sakkari
work.
throwing the balls.
Thank you
is
very
how
much
good
to
she
Maria.
is,
We
and
will
very
see
accurately
her
as well.
again. She's through to the
And she's
second.
right, it was a good performance. Never easy coming back onto the grass. First set, definitely better than the second set. Got a little nerve in. Yes, the match points. They're always good when you take them. If you've lost a few, but you take it in the end, it feels good. Had that gone to a third set, oh, it could have got very messy for Sakkari, but we shall never know. 6-2, 7-6, Sakkari through. And very good on the first serve, 80% almost first serve points won. And second serve, solid, just over 50%. Creating so many chances, Sakkari. We disappointed with only 3 from 11. Ji Wang, just the one chance, and she took it early on in set 2. It'll be an interesting second round match as well for Maria Sakkari. Katie Swan, Elise Cornet will be her opponent in the round of 16. But that is all from us today on Centre Court. Thank you for your company. More to come tomorrow on Centre Court. If you do fancy some tennis, plenty going on over on Court 1 and Court 2. But for me, Mark Fowley, I will see you tomorrow here on Centre Court. For now, it is goodbye.
keep an eye out over the next few months for the work the LTA, UK government, the LTA Tennis Foundation are doing a market investment project transforming Britain's heart tennis court, improving essentially up and down the country, working with local leaders to revamp thousands of run-down courts. Courtside here, trying to make it easier than ever to book and get on court to join the local tennis league. You can also get group lessons or coaching in a lot of park courts, and I know there are plenty of those around the East Midlands, and all based in improving your game. Well worth getting involved in your local park courts. And there's also going to be a chance to play free, a free park tennis program for all ages and abilities. So even if you're inspired, take up sport again, or take it up for the first time after seeing this. As before, full introductions to come.
Match of the day on centre court features two competitors who have won titles at this venue previously. On your screen, the Brit Arthur Ferry And this 20-year-old is taking on a much more experienced opponent today in the USA's Steve Johnson. Abigail Johnson with you in the commentary booth for this match and the match to follow between Ryan Peniston and Mattea Bellucci. But for the warm-up, I will leave you in the capable hands of our MC Colin to give you a little bit more background on the two players first onto court.
As we make our way towards the concourse for this, our third match here on Saturday today. Plenty more to come, don't forget the box office remains open.
Alright, so all the lines are covered, the long lines are calling through the net. Okay, so 5 line umpires.
You're calling, oh, they call basically.
Yeah, all the lines are covered, but the long lines call through the net. Okay, we don't have a net machine. Okay, 25 seconds will start when I call the score. Towel boxes, you want to take number 1, Steve, number 2 for you, Arthur. Okay, and 6 balls, ball chain 7 and 9. Okay, good. Any questions? Nope. You want to call heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails, so that's the tails? That's the heads. Tails is called, and it is tails.
Also,
so,
that's there.
Good match, guys.
So as the players warm up, let me introduce you in a little more depth, starting with the left of the umpire as the umpire looks out. And this is Steve Johnson, who has a remarkable tennis story to tell. There was a point in 2016 where Steve Johnson was the highest ranked American player in the world, 23rd. Part of the reason he reached that stage was the breakthrough he made right here on this court, winning his first ever ATP title, as it was at the time, the first of 4 high-level trophies. Now he's in the 100 to 200 ranking, but still winning titles, 300 trophies in the last 4 years, plus 3 more appearances in finals. So plenty of talent, plenty more still to give. Please welcome back Steve Johnson. So on the right of the umpire's chair as he looks out is Arthur Herrick from Wimbledon in London, who will soon be joining the LTA's Pro Scholarship Programme, designed to help players who are under 25 to break into the world's top 100. Herrick joined the Pro Scholarship Programme after 3 years competing for Stanford in the United States. In recent years, he's made it to Wimbledon doubles second round and the mixed doubles quarterfinals. Now we can't wait to see just how far he goes next after his college years. Delighted to get our first look at Arthur Herrick.
Five. 3 minutes.
This is the first meeting between these two players. It's going to be overseen by your umpire from Britain, Ben Anderson.
So thanks to Colin Hazeltine for giving us the rundown there on the background of the two players. The first men's match on centre court today. The situation at the Rothesay Open Nottingham is that the ATP Challenger event here is played side by side with a WTA women's event. So wins on centre court already for number 4 seed Donna Vekic and top seed Maria Sakkari on this court. And Sakkari took her time. 4 match points came and went before she got it done in straight sets. So these two might have had a little bit of concern about when they'd actually be coming onto court, but here they are ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first round match will be the best of 3 tiebreak sets. Arthur Herrick won the toss and chose to serve.
And Steve Johnson, as mentioned, a former champion here back in 2016. Now, this is the second week of the grass court season. The Surbiton Trophy was played last week during the second week of Roland Garros. Side by Andy Murray, the two-time Wimbledon champion who tops the men's draw this week in Nottingham. And 2 more weeks to follow this one ahead of the Wimbledon main draw. And it's the week just prior to Wimbledon that there is a men's ATP event played down south in Eastbourne. Now that event used to be staged here in Nottingham, and that was when Steve Johnson won the trophy in 2016. So it was actually a higher level event than this one when he went all the way to the trophy. He beat 5 straight top 100 players. He only dropped 1 set. And this is a man, the American 33-year-old here, who's currently on a bit of a losing run. He's lost 9 of his last 11 matches. So the fact that he's won big here previously might just help him feel comfortable on centre court in an opening match that could be very tricky. There's a difference in the rankings and there's a difference in experience, but there might not be so much of a difference in level. And Johnson knows he could be in for a tough time against this very talented 20-year-old. Arthur Ferry, he won his first ITF singles title at 25k level here last summer. And apart from the final, which was moved indoors due to rain, hopefully not the situation today or this week, he did play it on the grass courts. So he has confidence in this location as well. The penultimate match of the day on centre court then. The man who made waves here last year, another Brit, Ryan Peniston, will be taking on Mattia Bellucci of Italy. But here is Arthur Ferry with the balls in hand. By his choice, he will serve to start this first meeting.
Let's for service. Love.
You're going to see a lot of different things from Ferry out here. He's a player with flair, all-court ability, very quick feet. He's a brilliant mover. And if he, or indeed his coach Benoit, have done their homework for this one, they'll be targeting the Steve Johnson backhand. You already have seen on a couple of serves, Johnson's moved around, lost himself a bit of time looking to get the ball on his forehand side. That's his favourite wing, his more confident shot, the forehand.
Let's for service.